Hey everybody, welcome back to another diecast video. Today I'm actually basically just showing you a quick little thing I did to adjust some of these cars and make them more accurate. As you notice, this is a Joey Logano car from Darlington. You'll notice there is a lack of chrome rims, and I added a new tire over here. Now this tire is a regular old tire, nothing crazy. It's not shredded, it's not poked away. I actually just took a standard clean tire and put it on backwards, so there's no Goodyear lettering, because obviously originally it was a shredded tire that was bad enough they decided to leave it off the diecast entirely, but I don't really want to do that, so we just kind of put that on there. The rims were chrome. I changed them to black. I pulled the black rims off in a Kyle Larson test car. So yes, in order to do it, you do have to pull the rims off, because you could theoretically just do a chassis swap. However, the reason you don't do that is you want to keep your DIN numbers the same. This was DIN number 8, so I tried to keep it the same by doing that. And yeah, we swapped from chrome rims to black, and you can see it looks a lot better, a lot more accurate. I did post some photos on both YouTube and Twitter, so if you want to go look at them and see the difference between the chrome and black rims. I had somebody say that they were too black, but you know, like I said, I looked in the picture, they were pretty much just black rims. I wasn't going to try and color them up a little bit. So yeah, this one I think used black rims for the throwback, but it looks much more accurate now, and definitely glad I was able to find a way to make this look correct. Now the second car was the Gateway car. This was the one I saw in person. The rims on this one were not fully black. These were more like the charcoal metal gray ones. Honestly, I think this does look fairly close. The color that was put in there definitely is closer than the chrome, 100%. So at least for sure we're getting closer. If we're not perfect yet, at least we're getting, you know, going in the right direction. But again, this rim color was also another one that, you know, it was nice to get added in, because it does make it a lot closer to the ones that were there. I will say the time it took me to do these two was roughly about the time it took to get through 3/4 of the Super Bowl. So through 3/4 of the Super Bowl, I was literally just, you know, had a little table set up and was messing around with these, taking them apart, putting them back together. And, you know, if you're curious how that all works, well, I'll show you right now a little sin. Chase Elliott with chrome rims. Ew, it doesn't look good, not gonna lie. This one, I'm glad these are black rims, or at least those metal gray ones, because chrome on the Napa car, it looks a little weird. You know, it's kind of a weird combination. I don't know, weird. I just think it's funny. But yeah, I was glad to get these two. This one goes in my personal collection, so I really wanted to get this one correct before I got it put behind the plexiglass. But this one, on the other hand, is not, it's still going in my personal collection, at least for a little bit. It's not one I saw in person, but because the difference between black and chrome is so significant, it literally changes the entire look of the car, and it's such a big change to make. As I said, adding that extra tire in as well, so it actually sits upright, really makes this car a lot more enjoyable for me. I really was kind of indifferent to it, and now that I've got the right size or right color wheels on, and I've got that extra tire and everything, this is probably one of my favorite race wins from last season. So getting it correct is a huge deal. Now I would love to shorten up that spoiler height and stuff too, but I haven't had a chance to do all that yet either, so I just wanted to show this off. If you guys are curious about how to do it, I did show a video taking it apart. The only things I will say that are difficult are you do have to, hold on, let me get a different car here. We'll set this one in the background. So I'm just going to do a quick couple things. You do have to take out this front little spindle piece, take these screws out. These wheels are going to be real tough. You want to be careful with them, but you need to unhook this wheel and this wheel. Make sure you don't lose the springs, and then this unit, this wheel, this bar, and this wheel, all are one unit. They all come out together. Now there's nothing trapping it in anymore, so you take this out, you can actually swing it all the way around. You know, you can put it way over here. But you do have to take these two screws out to give you a little more wiggle room, and then once you pull one wheel out, it's a little easier to pull the other one out. But you take out the front wheels. What I did, I swapped the tires onto the black rims and put them back. But no matter what, you have to swap out the rim portion, and then you can swap the tires out fairly easily, but you do have to take out the rims first. On the rear one, it's just one solid axle. So what I've always done is you grab each side and you twist until one side actually turns. So you may have to take the tires off for this, you know, pull the tires off, but basically they're glued together on an axle, and you almost have to twist to break one of the wheels loose. You don't have to break them both loose off the axle, just one. Once you get one starting to loosen up, separate it, and I mean literally you might do this for 10 minutes, just and as you're doing this, it'll start to spread apart, and poof. Eventually one wheel is still attached to the axle, the other one is free. Pull that axle out, and then slide the other axle back in just like this. So that's how you make that change. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below. If you're looking for sources on these cars, cheap sources that is, the cheapest car I would imagine that has black rims are probably the test cars. A lot of those had black rims on them, at least the Hendrick ones did. Because again, you can substitute wheels and tires. You're not chassis swapping, you're just substituting the wheels and the tires. So black rims, yes, test cars. And then for these charcoal gray ones, or gunmetal gray for the Gateway Winds, and I believe the Blaney Wind as well will use that metal. But those are the Hendrick cars. So I have a Chase Elliott ARC, Test Car Elite, all that stuff. You can chassis swap wheels and tires with either type. So if you're just looking to get wheels and tires in black or gray for your diecast, you can get an ARC. You don't have to spend all that money on an Elite, because at the end of the day, they use the same wheels. So the biggest thing you have to be able to do is get the wheels off the car. But yeah, ARC or Elite can be done. You can get both of them off. So, but other than that, guys, that's really all I have to show for today. I'm going to get these all boxed back up and put away now that I've got them kind of ready to go the way I like them. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. Also, let me know your thoughts on the custom little wheel swap we did here. Didn't have a video prepared for Saturday. I'm down in Daytona, so I figured I'd have this one ready to go, so that way I had at least something I could post the day before the Daytona 500. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. This has been Race Craze, and we will see you in the next diecast review.